What's going on, everybody? Welcome and welcome back to my channel, Books, Budgets, and Body. My name is Ezra. If you are new here, can we talk? I need to get some things off my chest. I want to share some things with you. It's not all bad. It's not all good. It's just meh. Okay. I want to give you a little bit more explanation about that last video that I posted on this channel. But I don't want to go too deep into it. But I do want to share some things with you because I did say in that video that I have not really been focused on a lot of things. And I'm going to share that with you today. But before we get started, to give you a date of reference and for me to acknowledge, happy Mother's Day to those of you who are mothers. Today is Mother's Day. So I hope you have enjoyed your weekend. I hope you are enjoying your day, whether you just decide to rest and relax and chill out, get you some pizza, get you some Chick-fil-A, whatever it is. Enjoy your day. We finally have a good sunny day here. The wind has been blowing, but we have a sunny day here. So again, happy Mother's Day to all of you. Please, out of respect, do not send that back to me. I am not a mother. Okay. Um, I appreciate the thought though. But yeah, I am not a mother. Mother's Day weekend and Father's Day weekend is very hard for me. Mother's Day weekend is hard for me because some women can be extremely insensitive. Father's Day weekend, my father is no longer here. Um, and if you knew the background story between me and my father, we never had a relationship. So you could probably say, well, why are you tripping? Because I do get emotional around Father's Day. And it's not because we did not have a relationship. And it's not because he's not here, because I know where he is. But it's more so, did I do everything I was supposed to do for him as he was transitioning and when he transitioned? And then afterwards, did I do everything? I battle with perfectionism. I'm working on that. I've gotten better, but for some reason, when Father's Day comes around, that's the biggest thing that's on my mind. Did I do everything I was supposed to do? I know I have, but I can't settle it in my brain. My brain, for whatever reason, is telling me I didn't. And the issue is trauma related, but I just don't know why. Because my father passing is not trauma related. But the fact that I'm dealing with the perfectionism, it is trauma related. So anyway, y'all, so to get back to the purpose of this video, in the last video, I said that I haven't been focused on a lot of things that I normally am focused on. But I did say that I was still working out, which I'm running on autopilot. Okay. With my workouts, with my meal planning, with paying my bills, just doing what I normally do. I am on autopilot. I'm really not paying attention. I'm really not as focused as I have been before. With that being said, I know what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with a spiritual shift within myself, which was the reason that um God wanted me, he directed me to start that other channel, Barefaced Diamond. It was up under my name, and that was because Google was playing with me. But earlier this week, I was able to switch it to Barefaced Diamond. There are 2 videos there that are visible. I have 4 other ones that are scheduled to come out throughout the rest of this month. And then within a couple of weeks, I'll be recording videos for that channel. So I did what God wanted me to do. He wanted me to start the conversation on emotional healing, dealing with emotional trauma, and dealing with emotional healing. I'm not licensed to do anything. I'm just somebody that went through it. Okay. And he wants me to share my story and chose for me to do it on that channel in that manner. I do this channel because I want to. That channel I'm doing because God wants me to do that. This here is it's all me. Okay. This is me based over here. um and with that channel is really focused on, you know understanding that we all need healing, and we have to accept that healing at the time that we're ready to heal. Nobody can tell us when we're ready to heal. Nobody can tell us that we need to start healing. We know that, but most people don't even know that they're dealing with emotional trauma. They just don't know because it's second nature, especially in Black communities. Y'all know what I'm talking about too. So, not saying that emotional trauma doesn't affect any other community, but I don't know any other community as personally as I know the Black community, especially Black women. We get more affected emotionally than anybody else, and I'm gonna stand 10 toes on that. I'm gonna stand 10 toes on that because I see so many black women that deal with emotional trauma. It's like a second nature to them because that's just how they grew up. Because that's how I grew up. But I had to learn the hard way that that ain't it. Anyway, that's what that channel is about. But at the same time, spiritually, God has been showing me a lot of things going on. He's been allowing me to be very vigilant in the things that I see and the things that I hear, the things that I take in. Um, I've gotten to the point if I'm listening to something and I automatically hear it's some BS, it's like, yep, nope. I'll still listen to it just to see just to hear what they're saying, but I know that that's not something that I subscribe to. And then I sit back and say, well, how can people really listen to this person or listen to these people? Because off rip, God is telling me this is not right. This is a heretic. This is a lie. This is this, that, and the third. But other people fall for it. And so he's been allowing me to be vigilant on the things that I hear and see, especially in social media. Now I do not have Instagram, nor do I have TikTok, and don't want either one of them. So I do know basically a lot of the things on those two platforms do make their way to Facebook and YouTube. Um, so I'm dealing with that. I'm also dealing with things that we are all dealing with together as a human race. Okay, in this world, we're all dealing with high gas prices and groceries and stuff like that. So and we're all trying to figure out how we're going to pay for this, how we're going to pay for that. How come my kids can't go to this school, or what is it with this school that is. We are all dealing with something similar, right? And my spirit man is telling me everything is good because we all know what's going to happen anyway, so you ain't got to worry about it. But the human in me is like, oh my God, can we get over this already? When you're going through something, the only way to get through and you're going through is to walk through. Y'all get it, right? Please tell me y'all get it. So you got to walk through what you're going through. You got to walk through what you're dealing with to get to the other side. And every day I'm like, God, can we get to the other side already? But it's not like that. Life is not like that. He did not set life up to be like that. We got to walk it out. We are learning to endure patience. We are learning to build our strength. We are learning to be encouraged, even in the nonsense, even in the BS. Walking this thing out is giving us patience, is giving us encouragement, is giving us hope. Okay, I know y'all like, really? Hope? For real? Eventually you'll get it. It'll come. So 90% of what I've been dealing with is on that end. This other 10% is life. And life has been doing life's thing. So a couple months ago, and you wouldn't have been able to tell in the videos, I wanted to do two things. I wanted to pack up and walk away from my job or retire. And I wanted to pack up my house and move and go stay with my mother. I become tired. I was tired of being a homeowner. I love being a homeowner, but I'm also tired of being a homeowner because when you are a homeowner, it's everything is on you. I'm just tired. Okay, I'm tired. I'm tired of my neighbors behind me. I'm just tired. I'm tired of the people. I'm I'm tired of people not tying up their trash cans. I'm not closing their trash can lids. I'm tired of people not tying up their trash and they just throw the trash in the can. They don't close the lid. So now I got all kind of containers and crap in my grass for these squirrels to just. I'm tired, y'all. Chicken bones, pizza bread. Every time I turn around, I'm going out there picking food up out of my backyard and my front yard because my neighbors around me are nasty. Period. In particular, my neighbors behind me are nasty. Period. Neighbors across the street a little bit nasty too because they don't know how to close their trash can lids. Squirrels be all in and they're pulling out stuff and it's all in the street and they don't want to. And it's in the street in front of their house and they don't want to go out there and clean it up. Y'all, I will go out there on purpose with my grabber and a trash bag with some gloves on and pick up whatever is in my yard and whatever is on my side of the street. And I leave that mess sitting right there across the street. I'm not going over there. I'm not. No, but it wasn't looking like that before you put your trash can out there, but it's looking like that now. Clean your own stuff up. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to walk away from my job. I wanted to retire. I really did because the people got on my nerves. But it wasn't just the people that got on my nerves. It's more so that I'm feeling really sad for public service. You all know I'm a public servant. Okay. I work for a local government. And I am feeling real bad and my humanness about the public service field once I retire, once my group of people that are working in public service, once we retire, because the folks that are coming behind the millennials cannot read, they cannot write, they cannot comprehend, they cannot do basic math. And these jobs are critical to you knowing basic stuff. They can Y'all watched the video where these kids, these high school kids, was reading off of a card. They couldn't spell silhouette. They couldn't pronounce silhouette. They couldn't pronounce colonel. They could, man, I want to read that. That's stupid. That's stupid. You are in high school. You are a junior in high school. How are you getting through? AI, Chat GPT, and those of you that use it, y'all be careful. I'm just use discernment. Okay. I'm saying that because I did use it for a little bit when it first started coming around. And I was like, yeah, no, this ain't it, boo boo. This ain't it. God was like, yeah, stop. I stopped and then I kind of picked it back up because I try to update my resume at the end of every year. God said stop. And when God told me to stop that second time, I stopped. So, I mean, I'm not going to tell you all not to use it, but I will tell you some discernment if you do use it. Please use some discernment, please. Because I'm already seeing that there are people out there that have AI dictating their entire life. And what's going to end up happening is that robot is going to take control of your life permanently. I no, absolutely not. Um, I'm scared for, as a human, I'm scared for our future. I'm scared for the kids, but my spirit man is like, girl, we good. We are good. Cause if you notice, people are tripping over the AI, like, wait, hold up, press pause on that for a minute. Hold up. And I see that, but as a human being walking this earth, we got to walk this out until we get to the other side. And if that means we got to go through hell and high water before we get through the other side, then that's what's just going to end up happening. Um, Financially, I did my May budget overview. I get 3 paychecks this month. I've already received one, and that one was a bust. Not saying that I wasn't able to pay my bills. I was able to pay all of my bills. All of my bills still have a credit, but one bill I couldn't pay what I was scheduled to pay. All of my bills, for some reason, in the span of 30 days, increased for no reason, y'all. No reason. Well, my utility bills, I would say. No reason. I have 4 credit cards. 3 of them have balances because life has been doing its life. All 4 of my credit cards have balances. Now, the credit card that I've been focused on paying down, I have not used. I've just steadily been paying that down, and I'm good. I'm in a good space with that card, and it looks as though I can definitely get it paid off by the end of October. But if I can try to get it paid off by the end of September, that'd even be better because then I can go into the fourth quarter with one less credit card. Um, with that being said, though, like I said, I had to end up using one of my other credit cards that I had a zero balance on. So now I got to figure out how I'm going to include a new credit card payment every single month when I'm really trying to focus on paying one down. So I'm like, I've been in this situation before. I put myself in it. I put myself in it again, not because I wanted to, because I had to. So I got to figure that out. Okay. Now, I got to take my car in for oil change on Friday. Y'all, I get my oil change twice a year, May and November. Last year, May, I paid $75 for my oil change. Why? Why is my oil change base price $115? $40 jump. A $40 increase in 1 year for my oil change. Yes, I go to the dealership. I would rather go to the dealership and pay a higher price than go to a corner store oil changing place and they jack me up like they did before. It only took one time. And I've been going to, well, I was going to Uncle Ed's oil, but that was 2-3 cars ago. But since I got my Terrain, and that was what I had before driving this Equinox, I always went to the dealership to get my oil change because I'm not playing those games. I can't afford to have to pay for an oil change, and that place jacks me up, and now I got to come out of more money to get something fixed that they messed up. I'm not doing all of that because at least I know if they mess it up at the dealership, they got to fix it. Period. No cost to me. They do give me a discount every now and again, but I mean, $5. Be for real. Be for real. Let's see. My hair is falling out. I'm not stressing, but it was more so on the alopecia. What does she call it? Tension alopecia. I used to wear a lot of ponytails back in the day, drawstring ponytails where I would actually pull the string. I did not know that that was pulling my hair out. So when I went and got my hair done by my cousin the very first time, that is when she told me about it. So I would still wear the ponytails, but I would not use the drawstring. I would just take two hairpins. I'll put the combs in my hair and take a hairpin in the front and put a hairpin in the back, and I would seal it closed. I would have it closed that way, and I didn't have any issues with that. When I went and got my hair done for my birthday, got it colored and everything and cut, she did say she saw some hair growth coming back. But I still needed, I still had work to do. So I'm in a situation where I've been wearing my hair for a month, and I put heat on my hair 3 days a week. And that is because those 3 days a week are the days that I work out. So this week it's going to be 3 days I'm putting heat on my hair. Well, actually four, because I got to do my hair tonight. And next week it'll be 4 days. And then a week after that, it's just going to be one day because I'm not going to work out that week. That week, which will be after the week of Memorial Day, I'm not going to work out that week because I'm going to the doctor, and I don't want to be inflamed. I don't want to have any inflammation going on when I go to the doctor to do my annual physical. But as it relates to this channel, let me see. So I told y'all what I've been dealing with. As it relates to this channel, y'all, I don't know what I'm going to do with this channel. I'm going to keep it because this is strictly for me. I don't do any of these things. I don't do this channel. I don't do the other channel or this channel for views. I'm not concerned about a YouTube check. I'm just not. But I do this channel specifically for me. This is all for me. The other channel, I'm doing it because God has moved me to do that. Here I'm supposed to be talking about books, budgets, and my body recomp. However, I'm not too sure if I'm going to continue the body recomp because not that I don't want to. One reason is I'm not able to film my workout content at when I'm in the gym, because now more people are utilizing the gym when I'm in there and they're not supposed to, because I use it at a time where people are in class, and yet half these people want to be in the gym. Um, anyway, people don't know how to put stuff back. They don't know how to re-rack weights. They just leave stuff in the middle of the floor. And I keep telling folks, if I trip over it, anyway. So I'm not too sure how I'm going to do that. I do know I'm not going to be doing the meal planning or meal prepping on video anymore, because why? Um, As far as the budget, I will continue to do my monthly budget overviews and my budget closeout. I was thinking about bringing the paycheck budget back, but it's just, again, it's why? Why? We all doing the same thing, so I'm not going to do that. Um, as far as the books are concerned, I enjoy reading. I do. I've been reading a lot more Christian material this past month, these last few weeks, than I've ever read at one time. I mean, literally back to back to back. I have not really touched any of the other books that I was supposed to read this second quarter. I'm going to try to get a couple of them in, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that's what God wants me to do. And I'm like, God, I done went and bought all of these books that I want to read, and now you're moving me to do something else. I ain't mad, but am I going to be able to get back to my books? And he's like, yeah, you'll get back to your books, but I got something for you. I need you to do something. So it's just like, okay, you can't tell Abba Father, no, you can't do it. So I don't know what else I'll be bringing to this channel, but we're going to continue to do my budget as far as the closeout and the monthly budget. And we're going to continue to do some form of book content. But I just wanted you to know where I was at, what was going on with me, because I'm really dealing with everything that I'm dealing with. For the most part, 90% of it is dealing with, I don't want to say spiritual warfare, but it kind of is. Um, and then that 10% is just life. And life hasn't been kicking my tail, but life has really been wanting me to just, it's like, can we go to another world? Because I'm tired of this world. But anyway, I know, y'all. It's life, and we just got to make do with what we have, and be content and happy with that. So, with that, let me go throw my steak in the oven so they can start cooking, and I'm gonna go and chill out for the rest of the day. So I'll see you on another video. Take care. Bye.